I'm happy and I'm great and I feel good. And I know you feel good because I could see that joy. Even if I can't see you, but I feel you need to be happy no matter what. You need to just be joyful, be happy. Don't worry, as that song says, don't worry, be happy. That's it. And it's about happiness, about celebrating good things and celebrating what you can do to make the world a better place. Because that's what I believe in. That's my own philosophy, making a difference. And I have someone who, like she's a change agent. Let me use that word. She has made a lot of impact in our society. And that's why I want to bring her on this program. I want to welcome Dr. Uju. You're welcome. Can we really meet you? Can you say something about yourself?
Okay, I'm Dr. Uju Emechebe.
Okay.
I'm a youth corps member serving here in Ondo State, and also an NYC MDG volunteer.
What has really motivated you to go into the NYC MDGs group? What kept you going? What has been the drive that has been moving you into this group and making you to achieve what you want to achieve?
Yes, I'll say that my main drive is actually the desire for change.
Okay.
The desire to see a positive impact in our society.
Okay.
I believe that there is always something one can do to make a difference. And when I see what goes on in society, when I see what is going on in my own community, I feel there is something positive I can contribute. So that's what actually is my own motivation.
Okay. Based on the MDGs, because the MDGs we have 8 goals, and it's about achieving the goals.
Yes.
Why should individuals be involved in practicalizing the MDGs? Why? Why should they?
Okay. Well, the MDGs, what actually strikes me about the MDGs is the fact that it's also all-encompassing.
Okay.
It affects our own lifestyle. You can do the MDGs in your own daily living, in your own life. I mean, if you walk along the road, you can see a particular thing you can do towards implementing the MDGs.
Okay.
So I believe that if every individual takes time out to practicalize MDGs, our society will become a better place, because there are a lot of people involved in practicalizing that change.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes.
So basically, it's like a lot of people will be involved and they will really see, because it's about what you see. It's about being conscious. There's this consciousness that you must have that there's something beside me. There's a drainage system that needs to be cleaned up. There's this boy that is doesn't have a footwear. There's this boy that is tattered. There's this boy that is hungry. So it's about thinking about what you can do when you are moving around the streets and within your neighborhood.
It's about seeing a problem and finding out what you can do as a person to solve that problem in your own little way.
So in summary, you don't have to wait for the government to do that, because some people are saying that it's government that will do it, that will achieve it. So it's not about the government, it's about you.
Yes, we all have our own role to play in achieving this. So we don't have to wait for government's own role. You leave the government in their own role. Governments will have their own part.
Yeah, sure.
But as individuals, we have our own parts to play in ensuring that MDGs are achieved.
Okay. Basically, how have you been able to achieve it? Because now you talk about that you need to achieve, you need to do this. So how have you as a person been able to achieve that?
Well, in my own little way, I've been able to do some free health medical checkups for people. We've done some in our village, in Akure North, where we did also treated their wells. We also dewormed the children, gave free drugs, and then we do that in various communities. We've done that in Nepa Market. We've done that. We did a health campaign in World Malaria Day. I also did the warming recently in the orphanages. Okay,
that's what I want to go to. And I said you because of recent, I think last week you had something like that with the orphanage home. I think the two.
Yes, I went to Grace Orphanage and then Abaile Orphanage at the state children's home.
But why did you have interest in children? Because why is it that you have that interest in people like that? Because I call them, they belong to the special needs. So why what made you to be interested?
Well, children, children are our own future. As the future of the future of tomorrow. Children are the future of tomorrow, and I see children as well. If you don't do something to help those children, they are helpless. They are not yet they are not yet, let's say, financially strong to help themselves. They can't really, they depend on what we as adults can do for them. So it is important that whatever we can do to help the lives of those children, we can do that. You understand? So that's why I actually decided to do the warming in the orphanages, and then giving them insecticide treated nets, and then donation of exercise books for their schools.
As for that orphanage too?
Yes.
Okay, so basically it was an all-encompassing thing. Okay, but let me just come to this. Why is the warming important? Because as a medical professional, you're a doctor. Why is it important?
The warming is actually important because the worm-related diseases are actually common among children and in fact adults generally. Yes, so when you deworm a person, you actually control the incidence of those diseases by actually taking care of those worms. A lot of worms that affect us, there are worms called roundworms, whipworms, threadworms. All these affect children, and they can affect the life of the child in a negative aspect. It can affect the physical health of the child, even the psychological and intellectual development of that child is also affected. So when you deworm the child, you're actually improving the child's health and actually giving them a healthy start to a greater future. So it actually has a positive health impact on the health of the children.
But for parents out there who are watching this program and also young chaps, how do you do that? You have to just go to the pharmacist and say, okay, I want to deworm up. What do you do? Do you need to go to the hospital for that? And how regular is it going to be?
Okay, the warming can actually be done by the parents. Yes, and it's usually done at least twice a year.
Twice a year.
6 months interval.
Okay.
Yes, and it's actually done based on the age of the child.
Okay.
Yes.
So there's a specification. So it's like there's a, like call it, a quantity or a dose.
Yes. For younger children, it's less. And for older children, there's actually a specified dose. For children greater than 2 years and less than 2 years.
Okay. So it's only for people like us.
Adults
do we need to?
Yes, adults.
So we have to also
deworm. Yes, it's also.
But people don't do that now, and they are living. So
well, it's. I'll say they are actually the worm illness is actually present. Sometimes they may be present and they may be causing symptoms that you don't even be aware of. So it is just important to just do it at least. It's not too much. Do it twice a year. You understand?
And it's not expensive.
Yes, and it's just like it's a kind of way of preventing. It's taking care of it, controlling it if it is present before it becomes too much. You understand? So as an adult, you may. I know you know this worm illness is not just controlled with the worming. It actually has to do with food hygiene. You understand? You have to the food hygiene, the way you take care of the food you eat, because most of these worm diseases are taken in from what you eat. The other ones are contacted from people maybe walking barefoot. The worms can penetrate the foot, so you prevent that by wearing shoes. So if you're doing all those things, you're having good food hygiene and you're wearing shoes and all that, you may have a less probability of contacting such diseases. So the deworming is just another addition to preventing.
I hope you enjoyed the experience with the children.
Oh, it was a wonderful experience. It was really wonderful. Children were cooperative, the staff were really receptive, and we were able to deworm all the children, and it was really fulfilling.
Okay, so that means you feel happy now that you made an impact somewhere.
Yes, I do.
And I believe probably one of these days when they grow up, you say, Auntie, thank you very much for what you've done in my life.
Yes.
Oh, that's so great. We'll better go on a break. So we'll see after the break and we'll still talk about what you can do at the MDGs with Dr. Uju. See you. Welcome back. I think we need to run out to start running a deworming exercise now. I think I had to just quickly run out to see what I can do. And I think you were able to do that. Probably get to your doctor and see what you can do about that, because let's not feel that Africa, I'm an African, I can just do away with it. But when the symptoms come in, well, a word is enough for you. Doctor, basically, you've done a lot of things, free medical checkup, deworming, providing a lot of materials for people. You've done a lot of projects in the States, affecting lives in various communities. What has been your challenges? Because there's nothing successful that we do in this world. There are going to be challenges. What has been your challenges?
Yes, just as you rightly said, it's actually really challenging to actually embark on the project, because of the kind of things I want to face. And one of the things I would say I faced is challenges of sponsorship. When you meet individuals, because you meet open doors, you meet closed doors, you meet people that are willing to help, people that don't really see your vision, you understand? But despite that, you still strive on, because there'll always be a way. Yes, and so that's one. And then secondly, I'll say there's a lot of time delay between when you actually conceive a project and when you actually execute the project, because of things like, when you're actually writing a proposal, you have to wait for an approval, and after that, there are a lot of protocols involved, even where you want to, the community you want to help, or where, a lot of things you have to go through. So all those actually contribute to the challenges one would face in carrying out a project.
Well, basically, we believe that, thank God, you've been able to succeed in all these things. What kept you going, and basically how were you able to overcome some of the challenges? Because there should be something, because when there are challenges, sometimes you just feel, I'm tired, let me just forget about it.
Yeah.
But was there anything that kept you going?
Yes, I'll say it's just actually having a desire to have that project to come completed, to actually achieve it. As when I think of the effect, the impact that it will create, actually motivated me to go on and say, okay, despite these challenges, I'll try to see what I can do. Then apart from that, you find out that you persist despite the odds.
Okay.
Yes. So persistence also helps. So, and also you need to know that once one door closes, there'll always be an open door. So that also helps me to know that, okay, no matter what, one is not discouraged, one has to still press on. Despite the fact that there can be discouraging situations, there will be times that you feel like, what's the point in everything? But at the end of everything, you know that it's all worthwhile. There's no good thing that comes without a challenge. So sure. It's just overcome it and move on. So that's.
Let me take you on your profession. I just wanted to tell me this. That means you can use your profession to affect your work. You can use your profession to achieve the MDGs. Yes. I don't have to it's not that I don't have the time, I don't have this. So you can use your skills, your profession to achieve development. Is it possible?
Yes, you can. I think it's using one's own skills and profession is actually an important means of achieving the MDGs, because as mentioned before, sometimes you may have funds, you may have problems with that. But when you use what you have, you're able to achieve a lot with that. So using my professional skill has actually been helpful, because I'm able to use it, give free care where I can, and that has helped towards at least achieving important goals like reducing child mortality, and all the health-related goals and the other aspects that are involved. So the professional aspect is really important. You can actually use your profession, even though the medical profession is actually a busy one, you understand, but you can still make out time. I spare time, like my CD days, I use those times. Then maybe sometimes weekends we organize something. So spare times are used for such. So that's what I usually do.
Because you mentioned something about the warming and things like that, what you eat and things like that. That one takes me to nutrition. Do you believe that nutrition can also, is very vital in life? Do you think eating good food and trying to eat what is expected, do you think it relates to eradicating poverty? Do you think there's a relationship?
Yes, I think it has a real strong relationship, because there's a saying we say that you are what you eat. So we are actually physically made up of what we eat. So it is important that we feed well, we eat the right foods, we take in the good nutrition, and it actually has a positive effect on our health. There's a relationship between what we eat, and poverty, because of course, the food gives you the fuel you need to, the fuel you need to actually carry out your daily activities, to work, and to do something.
It's always hungry, can you even go out to work?
Yeah, so when you eat food, you're going to have the fuel and everything you need to carry out your activities. You understand? And also, you find that when you eat food, there's some foods that you eat that actually prevent some diseases. You understand? So when you now eat right, you're in turn preventing those diseases from you taking turn. And you're now, at least, you're saving yourself from the money you would have spent, in handling those diseases. So it has a positive relationship, eating right and your health. Yeah, so it has.
So finally, to round up, do you feel that, because people feel that for me to have a balanced diet, I need to be rich, I have to be rich. Do you think a balanced diet has to do with wealth?
So yes, I feel that a balanced diet, actually, as I've said, it has to do with carbohydrates, proteins, fats and oils, vitamins and minerals. Having that in your meals, at least in a day. You understand? So really, you don't require too much money to be able to get at least the basic nutritious foods in all these food categories. You need some little money to get them, but it's not so much that you say you need to go too far to get them. You can get them within your community. You can get your basic, for example, carbohydrates, whole grain foods are the best, the ones that have fibers. You can get them from things, your foods you can find out like corn, whole corn, rice, millets, proteinous food. You can get them from things like soybeans, nuts, granuts, fish. These ones you can get all this. You can get your proteinous food from that. You can also get your fat and oil. You have good oils and you have bad oils. The good oils are ones that are like fish oils. They can get your omega-3 oils from them. You also have oil like olive oil. They're also very good. They actually help to reduce the bad cholesterol in the body and increase the good one, that's HDL. You understand? So you have the olive oil and sesame seed oil and all these other ones. They're all within our community. You can get them. You understand? And then you have other things, fruits and vegetables. You can get your vitamins and minerals from them. You can walk out to a fruit vendor and just get basic fruits and vegetables, and you'll be able to get enough nutrients and vitamins from them. So it is something within our reach. It's something you can actually achieve. You understand? You don't need to go too far to achieve good nutrition.
Yes, we've learned a lot from you, and basically nutrition is very important, and you can achieve good nutrition even without being a rich man or a rich woman. It's something around you, because the vegetables too are very, very good. I think vegetables are very good.
Yes, okay. Vitamins, you get the vitamins, minerals, and it's really very good. And raw veggies too.
Okay. Yes. So vegetables, fruits are very, very good.
Yes.
Okay, so that we can live healthy, because sometimes we believe that, because I have to be eating junk, it's about being a big boy. No, it's about eating what is good.
Yes, what is right.
Lastly, what word do you have for people out there who are watching? What advice do you have for them?
The advice I would have is basically, everybody should know that there is always something one can do to effect change in society. You start with what you have. The little you have can make a huge difference. So we can all partner together and work towards achieving these goals and work towards improving and bettering the lives of our people. Thank you very much.
Yes, that's all we have on this program, because our time is really winding off and going out. Let me, if you can use that word. It's really been a wonderful time on this program. I really enjoyed myself. I think I've been able to be, there's an impact that has been created using what I have to change my world. And I believe you also learned a lot. It's a food for thought. There's something inside of you that you can use to touch others. They need it. They need me, they need you. And we need ourselves to make our world a better place. Thank you very much for joining us on this program. I'm Rhealyz Adesida. See you again next week. God bless you.